No vaccine, no service. Deborah, owner of Bohemia in Newport Beach, has begun requiring shoppers to show proof of vaccination before entering her shop a month ago. This shop that sells casual, unique, stylish, sexy, affordable women's apparel and accessories says this is about requiring the vaccination cards. I did this so I can protect all of them, Deborah said. My people don't feel safe, and if somebody gets somebody sick down in the community, it's going to come right back at me, she said. I got them sick. Somebody dies on my shift. Imagine how would you sleep? How do you wake up in the morning because you just killed somebody and you were asymptomatic? This is crazy. That's my biggest concern. And that is what Deborah had to say in an article. Now that we have gotten that out of the way, I kind of want to direct my commentary to Deborah, the business owner. It's important for people, especially business owners, to be informed and to be a service to their community, right? So they can provide and maintain business, right? I would suspect you might want to, be aware of what your customers want, right? But I guess if you choose not to, that would be the business's loss. But a small business also has a person behind it. Even big businesses do too, but I'm talking about a small business. A small business that cares about the community. If that person behind that small business doesn't feel a personal responsibility to educate themselves on the situation at hand, then why would that person think it's their duty to save anybody's life when they are completely ignorant? For her, Miss Deborah, to ask anybody for their papers is tyranny. The real question to this business owner is if she knows that she will lose half of her business because of this decision, then there are obviously people in her community who don't agree. So as a business owner, you should be willing to talk to those people you're turning away, because turning away half of the community you say you're concerned about completely contradicts your logic of helping. You would knowingly discriminate against 50% of your community because you believe you are saving lives. I didn't hear anyone say Walmart, Target, Costco, and any of those other big box stores killed anyone during the pandemic. I'm sure Deborah shopped there too. Did our Deborah ask herself once during the pandemic, why do I have to be closed? But these huge box stores get to stay open, hoarding thousands of people a day inside a building. But they didn't kill anyone. But a small, tiny little business is going to kill all of the community or kill someone in the community. It wasn't a problem when the big box stores was open. So what's the problem now? So especially when you take it upon yourself and be a guinea pig and then exclude others because of your choice, I think you should educate yourself to some degree. So Deborah, is vaccine that you're asking a vaccine card for approved by the FDA? No. So not only is it the person's right not to get vaccinated, but it's not even approved. And you're willing to stand by it and lose business because you're saving lives? Have you looked into the vaccine on your own behalf? If you were willing to take a risk of dying if you got it, but your decision trumps those not willing to risk their lives to get an experimental vaccine over a pandemic with a 98% survival rate with flu-like symptoms, how are you more right? How are you saving the community? There's a clear division here. And if it's that much of a division and you know that you are neglecting 50% of the community, then that should throw up red flags that you need to do more research. You need to think about this a little bit deeper. 50%, half of is what it said in the article. Half of, not 10%, not 5%, not 2%. Even that is a lot, but half of your business. That sounds like a lot of people have other concerns that you should also be concerned about, that you should be concerned enough about to look into it and not negate them, not discriminate against them. Because if the fact of the matter is you're that worried and this pandemic is that serious and things are out of control, people just going to walk in your shop and die and leave and die from being in your shop, a shop where you're asking people for papers, maybe you shouldn't be open. Maybe you should just close your business because you seem to be the one that's scared. You seem to be the one that's conflicted. You seem the one that's trying to prohibit people from just being free and free to want to give you money to support your business, right? But if you are that scared, maybe you should just close your business down because you're going to lose 50% of your business anyway, and now you're getting bad reviews and, it sounds like you're taking a risk of losing your business over stuff you have not researched, over stuff you haven't looked into, over a community you really haven't talked to. And that to me is very sad, right? It just doesn't make any sense. So then I wonder, do we live in a free state? Because it's scary to me how quickly people have assimilated to the idea of vaccine cards with absolutely no research or what seems to be no care to further look, relying on the government for critical decisions about your own life. It's starting to look like if the government tells you to jump off a bridge, quite a few wouldn't think twice. Please remember, people, the government is run by people like you and me, and they very often don't get things right. I'm going to leave you guys with this clip I was looking for, or a clip I was looking for when I said jumping off the bridge. And I found this man that said exactly what I was thinking in my head, but he said it much better than me. So please look at this clip that follows. Thank you.
So I saw this headline, and obviously it was a spoof. But it said, everyone jumps off bridge after government order telling everyone to jump off bridge. And again, this was not real, it was a spoof. But the sad thing is, the way things are going, it seems as if this could actually be a real news headline in a week or two's time. I think one of the things nobody has asked, with all these restrictions and mandates and lockdowns and all this, is just because somebody, whether it's the government or a supposed expert or anybody, tells you to do a particular thing, does that necessarily mean it's in general a good idea, and in particular a good idea given your situation and the particulars of how it would affect you, right? I don't think anybody objects to the idea of, public safety people who do that sort of thing for a living, making suggestions. But what I object to, and what I think anybody who puts any thought into their daily life should object to, is when you have people who just mindlessly do what they're told without stopping to think about it, without stopping to process it, without stopping to take their existing knowledge base, measure it against what they've been just told to do, and integrate that into everything. And then, what comes out the other side is a determination, is this a good idea for me or not? And that step is missing. If, by all means, if an expert tells you to do X, whatever X is, and you look at it and you think about it and you say, that sounds like a good idea, I think I'll do that, then that's fine, because you made a decision about your life. But what I find hysterical is people who just literally do whatever they're told, and then when I see a spoof headline like, everyone jumps off bridge after government order to jump off bridge, it really does hit home, because the whole point is, what if you're not exercising any critical thought of your own? what are you doing except mindlessly doing what other people tell you to do?